Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Tanealyakimbeauty and this is Beauty. I thought today we would do a little something different. This is probably going to be a bonus video for the week. If you've been following my channel, then you know at least I try to upload 3 times a week, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, but every now and then I might have to switch my schedule around, or if I get an unboxing video or something like that, it might get thrown in as an extra video throughout the week. But today, I thought it would be fun to show you guys my current project panning and project empties, and also what I'm doing as far as makeup rotation to get use out of all of my makeup. I have a bunch of products that I have been trying to work through so that I can get them out of my collection to get some new products in. And we all know when you're collecting makeup and you're getting a lot of new products in that you're testing and trying out, but sometimes the products that you've had in your collection for a while, even if they are your all-time favorites, tend to kind of get pushed to the side and you don't end up pulling them out and using them as much as you would like. So I thought I'd start a weekly rotation just to kind of get use out of my makeup, and also to help me test out products that I currently have. So you know, if it's something that I want to keep or maybe potentially declutter when I do my big declutters at the end of the year, it's kind of hard to determine what you think about of a product if you haven't had a chance to really play with it. So a rotation is a good way to do that. I know a lot of people do monthly shop my stash rotations, but I'm really wanting to get some major use out of some products that I just have not had a chance to play with in a while. So I thought I would try a weekly rotation. It could change. It may end up being a bi-weekly rotation. It may end up being a monthly rotation depending on, you know, how busy I am in a month and how many products I'm testing, videos I'm shooting, whatnot. But I'm going to do this kind of like the way I did my collection videos. So I'm going to show you guys close up of the table so you can better see the products that are in both my project panning and empties, which is in this one. And then this little container here is what I put aside to do my weekly rotation in. So the first thing I'm going to do is show you what's in my project panning, project empties basket here. And there's a lot of stuff in here. I basically have a little bit of everything. Primer, foundation, concealer, setting powders, mascaras, blushes. There's a highlighter, setting spray. A lot of things in here. So I'm going to go ahead and pull everything out, and then I'll show you what we have in here one at a time and how I'm doing with it. So first, let me show you the primers that I have in here. I have 3. The BH Cosmetics Studio Pro Anti-Shine Primer. I went ahead and decided to throw this one in here. I do like it, but I decided to throw it in here because you can't find it anymore. I think right now, Beauty Bay is the only place that's still selling it. It's a really good primer, and I wish it was still available, but unfortunately it's not. So I just want to go ahead and work through it and get out of my system since you can't find it anymore. And this one is the e.l.f. Matte Oil Control Primer. I am nearly at the end of this one. When I had rearranged my makeup storage and moved all my primers, I didn't realize that this one was still in the back of the drawer of where I was keeping my eye creams, and I just happened to find it. And I literally have maybe 2 or 3 more applications in here. So these 2 are the main ones that I'm currently working on. I also threw this one here. This is the Colourpop No Filter Primer. Once I finish working through those other 2, then I'm going to jump into this one. I don't like this one. I got this along with the No Filter Setting Spray that I'm not a really big fan of either. I've tested it a few times. I don't really like it that much, so I'm just doing my best to kind of work through this so I can get it out of my system. I mean, it works okay. It just doesn't work very well as far as mattifying. I have 3 foundations in my empties. This one is the Juvia's Place I Am Magic Foundation. This is one of my least favorite foundations I've ever owned. It's a little bit too dark for me, so what I've been doing is mixing it in with some of my concealers that are too light, which is helping me to work through those concealers as well. But I just really didn't like the formula with this, but I'm finding that mixed with a concealer, it's actually working out pretty good. But the sooner I can get through this and get it out of my system, the better. Get it out of my collection, the better. I have maybe that much left in this tube, so I've almost worked through this. And then this one is from Faux. This was my cosplay foundation, but of course I haven't been cosplaying in a while, and I've had this one for a while, so it's a really good foundation. I got this off of Amazon, but I have so many others that I have brought in that I wanted to try out and play with and enjoy more, so I'm working through this one. I have maybe that much left in here, so we're almost through with this one as well. And I also decided to include this one. This is from Becca. This came in a Becca package, or like a free gift of purchase, when I bought my 2 backup under eye correctors, since we all know Becca's about to go out of business. And I figured I might as well just go ahead and make use of this foundation and go ahead and use it up since there's only a little bit left. And I know that I'm not going to be purchasing this, because if I ended up liking it and I purchased the full size and I like it, I am not going to be able to keep purchasing it. So just going to go ahead and work through this so I can go ahead and use it up. I have 1 corrector and 2 concealers in my project empties right now. This one is the LA Colors Conceal It Concealer. This is actually a really nice concealer. It's in in medium, but I've had it for a while. I have other concealers that I like more, so I'm just going ahead and working through it. I've been like putting this on my face first and then blending it in with a Juvia's Place foundation to get a better match. And I'm about halfway through this, maybe a little less. So we've almost worked through this. And then this one is an e.l.f. color corrector. Not my favorite corrector. It works okay. I got this maybe at the Dollar Tree a while back, but as you can see, I have a ways to go to work through this one. It's going to take me a while to get through this because when I'm filming, I use the Becca Under Eye Corrector, and if I'm doing like anything special occasion, I use that one too. This is mainly the one that I use on a daily basis, like when I'm working or driving or something, and I don't really care. And then the last concealer that I currently have in my Empties, Project Empties, this is the Becca Light Diffusing Concealer. This came with my very first Becca Under Eye Corrector that came as a duo kit. I ordered it from QVC. I like it. It's just really, really thin, so I always have to use another concealer with it. It's an okay formula, but once I've worked through it, I know I'm not going to buy it again. I have 2 loose powders and a pressed powder in here. This one I've actually worked through. It's not the Believe powder. I've actually finished the Believe Beauty powder. What this is the little Essence All About Matte mattifying little compact powder. I was keeping it in my purse for touch-ups, and then I panned it and I had a little bit left in it and it broke. So what I did was I just threw it into this little empty Believe Beauty container and basically turned it into a loose powder. So I'm currently working through that. I will say I would love it if Essence made this a loose powder, because as a loose powder it's really nice. I'm actually enjoying it that way. And then this one's from Kiko Milano. This is the Unexpected Paradise loose powder. I like this one okay, but it leaves a white cast. It's extremely finely milled, which I do like, but it leaves kind of a white cast on it, and it's heavily scented. I don't mind it so much, but it can be a little bit much. And the powder is like, because it's so finely milled, tends to kind of go everywhere. So kind of working through that one. And then I also threw a pressed powder into this one. This is the AOA Studio Perfect Pressed Powder. I'm not really a pressed powder person. I got this one to use as a bronzing powder just in case the foundation was too light, but as you can see, it's pretty much a perfect match to my skin tone. I have panned this though. What I've been doing is taking this and pressing this into my pores, and then also using a brush to press it into my eyes, under eyes, and I do like it that way, but I know once I've used this up, I'm not going to purchase it again. I have 2 blushes and a highlighter here. I'm going to show you those real quick. This is the Milani Floral Fantasy Blush Trio. This is the very first palette I ever bought when I first started really getting into makeup. As you can see, I panned this shade, slowly working on these. I don't know if it's because I've had it for a while, but I've noticed that the shades aren't as pigmented as they were when I first got it. This may end up just completely being decluttered without me even going through, trying to finish that or anything. But what I've been doing is putting a cream blush on, and then I put this on top of it just to kind of help set it down. By itself, I don't know, the pigment seems to be losing its pigments. And I don't know if I'm going to continue to try to pan this one. I may just completely pull it out. And I also decided to grab my 2 in-studio products, the in-studio blush and the in-studio highlighter. I love these formulas. They are so beautiful, but as you guys know, you can't find in-studio anymore. They used to be sold in Walmart. They're not anymore, which makes me so sad. These are only 97 cents each. So I figured, since can't find these anymore, and I have highlighters. I have a highlighter and a blush like these and other brands that I really do like. I might as well just go ahead and pan these, kind of work my way through these, and then go ahead and pull them out of my collection. Like I said, it makes me sad because they are really, really good formulas. I have the Viseart eyeshadow primer in here. I've almost worked through this. It's almost empty. I will tell you, I hate this. I do not like this. This is not a good eye primer. I've used an eyeshadow primer. I've really just been using it like when I'm going to work or something. Anytime I really just care about how my eyeshadow looks, I've not been using it, but it's almost empty. This came out of a BoxyCharm box. I will never actually purchase this. This is a terrible eyeshadow primer. I have 2 brow products. This one is the Drawing Eyebrow Pencil from Etude House. This was in my favorites for May. I have, hold on, let me see how much product I have left in here. So that is how much I have left in here. So I still have a good ways to go. And then this one is from Profusion. It's a brow gel. It's okay. This is my first time ever really using a brow gel, so I'm not really sure, like what I really think about it or not. It seems to work okay. It seems to hold my brows in place. I have maybe a few more applications to go, and then this will be empty. I know I'm not going to purchase this again. Might try another eye gel or eyebrow gel, I don't know. I pretty much tend to like pencils, but it's been an okay product to work with. The setting spray that I have in my Empties right now is from Believe Beauty. It is the Makeup Perfecting Setting Spray. It's an okay formula. It does mattify and it sets everything down okay, but the sprayer is awful. It's one of those sprayers that doesn't mist. Instead, just kind of shoots out sometimes, and so you have little wet spots all over your face. Once I work through this, and I have less than half a bottle, maybe that much left in here, this I will not be repurchasing. And I have another setting spray that I'll be throwing into my Empties after I'm done with this one. The two liners I currently have in my Empties are the LA Colors Eye Marker, which I really do like, and then the Swing liner from the Balm. The only reason I have this eye marker in my Empties is because I have another one of these in backup, and I have other liners that I'm currently working through. So I need to go ahead and use up the ones that I've had for first, that I've opened up first, so I can use some of the other ones. The Balm Swing liner, though, this one I know I'm not going to repurchase. This is one of those kind of like, it's a brush tip, not the pen brush. I don't even know if that made any sense. This one just does not go on very smooth. It skips. It does not give me a nice pointy wing at the end. I've almost worked through this, and when I'm done with this will definitely not be another purchase. I have 3 mascaras in this project Empties. The Lash Princess Sculpted Volume, Sculpted Volume from Essence. I have the Mad Lash mascara from the Balm, and then I have one of the Lower Gallery volumizing mascaras. This one came from TJ Maxx. It's a really good mascara, but the issue that I've been having with mascaras is that I'll see a new mascara that I want to test. So I buy it, I test it out for my video, and then I have, 6 mascaras that are open. And you don't want to do that. As you guys know, you do not want to have 50,000 mascaras open all at once. So I've been trying to work through the ones that I've opened up first so that, I don't have 20,000 mascaras open. And I've worked through almost all of these. This one, I really like. I don't know if I'll be repurchasing any of these. I know I'm not going to repurchase the one from the Balm. It's an okay formula, not my favorite. The Laura Geller one was decent, but I have other mascaras that I'm enjoying more. And the only reason why I probably won't repurchase this one from Essence, even though it's a great formula, is because, as you guys know, Essence has many different formulas, so I want to try other formulas. So I more than likely won't repurchase this immediately, only because I want to try out some of the other formulas. The last things I have to show you that are in my project Empties are these lippies. I had these 3 from CoverGirl. They're the Full Spectrum Matte Idol, and then this one is one of the NYX soft matte lip creams, but this was part of that Sabrina collection. I've almost worked through this, and then I have one more from that collection I'm going to start working through. Formula is okay. I just need to work through these lipsticks so I can get new ones in. That's the main reason why I have these in here. I like the formula, but they have another formula that I want to try that's newer, and I've had these going on 2 years, and the Full Spectrum Matte Idol you can't get anymore. They discontinued it. They don't make it anymore. So when I empty these, and I'm a little less than halfway with all 3 of these, I'm obviously just going to pull out of my collection, and then I'm going to try some of that new matte formula from CoverGirl. So that was everything in my Project Empties Project Panning. So now let me show you what's in my weekly rotation. Some products I don't have in here because I'm pulling those from the Project Empties and Project Panning. But let me go ahead and show you what's in here. I have 3 eyeshadow palettes I decided to pull into my rotation for this week. And like I said, it could end up being a bi-weekly thing. The Sugar Pill Mini Color Palette. I haven't used this one. Oh my God, I don't even know how long. But it has these really pretty, colorful, rainbowy pastel shades in here. I have got to get some use out of this. And then, with this being in the springy summertime, I decided to pull out this Violet Voss Sakura Blossom. Also haven't used this one in a while. This is just a really pretty pinky palette, so we're going to use that one in our rotation this week. This one is the Kimchi Chic Naomi Smalls 2 Queens in a Desert palette. This one is vegan. I don't think I've used this since I first purchased it, and I used it in this Makeup from Drag Queens video. I don't think I've used it since, so I thought I would pull this one out and go ahead and get some use out of this one too. It's a really beautiful palette. I have not pulled it out in a while. Even though I have primers already in my Empties, I thought I would pull this one. This is more like a priming moisturizer. This is from Juno & Company. It's the Moonshine Primer. I have not used this one in a while. I keep this on my vanity because it just looks really pretty, but I do want to get some use out of it, so I might use this one as kind of like a moisturizing primer underneath some of the others. We'll just see. But I just really wanted to try to get some use out of this. I pulled 4 blushes for this rotation, 3 creams, and then a palette, and then I have 2 highlighters. So this is the Creme blush from She Glam. This is the one that I said I think was discontinued. You can't get it anymore. It's a beautiful peachy blush. I definitely want to get some use out of this. Maybe go ahead and work through it, to move out of my collection since it has been discontinued. But I definitely want to get some use out of it. And I also pulled out 2 of my K-Beauty ones that I just have not used in a while. Actually, I don't think I've used these since I first got them in the boxes. I may have used them once or twice, but I need to really get some use out of them. This is the Peach Sea Sakura Blossom Blush. Beautiful pinky blush. Oh my God, that's gorgeous. Perfect for this time of year. And this one is the Momo Coast Cream Blush. This one is really pretty too. What I've been doing is putting this one on first, and then I take one of the blushes either from my project pannings, or I take this one and I put it over just to kind of set it down. But it's pretty intense on its own. This one is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Blush Trio. This one is the Peachy Love. I realized when I did my blush collection video, which you will have seen before this one, I believe, I realized that I had not used this one in several months, not days, not weeks, months. So yeah, I need to pull this out and get some use out of it. It's really, really beautiful orangey tones. And then I have two highlighters that I have in my rotation. This is the Disney Designer Collection in Coronation. Since I've been getting like new highlighters in that I try, I have not pulled out these Disney ones in a while. Now these I don't care if I pan or not, because these are going to stay in my collection because they are just for collectibles, but I do want to get use out of them. So it's a really pretty golden highlighter there. And this one was part of my She Glam video. This one is the Call Me Metallic Glow highlighter. I wasn't really impressed with this one when I used it in my video, so I want to get some more use out of it to see if I like it enough to keep it whenever I do my big declutter, or if I want to pull it out. So I figured putting it into my rotation will help me get some actual use out of it. That's everything that I'm currently working through in my project empties and my project panning, as well as the products I have pulled out to use in a weekly rotation. Let me know what you guys thought about this video. If you like, I could always do some updates on my project empties and project pannings and maybe show you what I switched out in my rotation, you know, every now and then, just to kind of show you guys what I'm working through and the progress that I have made. If you like these types of videos, you can give it a thumbs up. It really does help my channel and get my videos recommended. If you're new to my channel and not already subscribed, I would love it if you would consider subscribing and join my little family. And if you'd like to be notified of videos that may be coming up in the future, just be sure to tap the notification bell down below. You'll be notified each and every time. Also, be sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Be safe, take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.